Ordinance number 2015-11, an ordinance authorizing the City of Maple Heights to accept the titles to parcels of land at 5130 Lee Road, obtained through the Cuyahoga County Land Reutilization Corporation in the City of Maple Heights and declaring an emergency.
This ordinance is on the first reading.
Resolution number 2015-12, a resolution designating April 2015 as Parkinson's Awareness Month in the City of Maple Heights and declaring an emergency.
May I have a motion to suspend the rules and place this on its third reading?
So moved.
Yes. Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Sepharadi,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Brownlee,
Yes.
Sturjanski,
Yes.
Agee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes. May I have a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Any further discussion? Call the roll for adoption, please.
Sepharadi,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Brownlee,
Yes.
Sturjanski,
Yes.
Agee,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Passed by the vote 7-0.
Thank you. Would you turn to your expenditures over $1,000, 2015-21? Any questions? May I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Sepharadi,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Brownlee,
Yes.
Sturjanski,
Yes.
Agee, Adams,
Yes.
Jones.
Yes. Thank you. Council reports, starting with Councilman Sepharadi, District 3.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As everybody knows, as you can see outside, that the snow is melting. Or actually, it's gone, thank God. And now is the repair to the roads and everything else in the city. Also, some flooding issues. I'll be contacting the law department and engineering department and building department about some concerns from residents on 141st, different elevations of it and the easements in that area around the industrial area. It's been a concern for a couple years now, and it's progressed to a point where it's starting to cause some damages to the foundations of some homes, or not homes, but garages and their slabs and stuff like that. So we need some clarification among that, and I'll be reaching out to those departments for their assistance. I also wanted to extend a special announcement for District 3 residents only, that I said that 2015 would be a year of change. And personally, it is going to be a change for myself because I will not be seeking re-election for the District 3 seat. I also want to extend any offer of help to anybody in the area who wants to take that initiative to put their name on the ballot and run for a public office. This has nothing to do, my decision has nothing to do with the fiscal watch or anybody in this room. This is a personal decision that I have several avenues of choices that I wish to pursue, and I'm going to take that bull by the horns and see what I can do. So I just wanted to let that out. I will be spreading the word that I will not be seeking re-election to the seat, and we'll see what happens. I just wish everybody good luck, and for the next coming months, we'll see what develops. Thank you. End of report.
Thank you. Councilman Jackson, District 4.
Well, that announcement was a surprise to me. I will want to be the first one to congratulate Councilman Sepharadi on his years of service. Haven't always agreed with him, but working with him this year, I have grown to know him and see him in a different light, I guess. But congratulations on retiring while you still got some hair left. Couple of things. In my district too, I also see a lot of people who put their trash out early. Have a lot of complaints about that. Now that the snow is gone, maybe hopefully people get out and get the trash that's on the ground cleaned up, but also in my newsletter, my next newsletter going out, there will be a topic of my discussion for people in my district, reminding them of the times and days that trash should be out, and also recommending to the building department that and the police that those people get cited and fined if possible. Maybe that'll keep them from doing that. I went to see the new dispatch center Monday, and I don't know what I expected, but let me tell you, I was very well shocked and pleased with the state-of-the-art equipment, just the room, just the overall putting together of the dispatch center. I was really impressed, and I'd like to thank the people from the fire department and the police department that represented Maple Heights in this venture. Wintertime, this has been a harsh winter in our city. The last 2 winters have. And because of that, I got emails and phone calls about the lack of snow removal, the lack of salt down on the street that created a lot of ice. Now that the snow is gone, got calls about potholes. And for people who are wondering about that, this is probably going to be our new normal. And the reason I say that, you heard about a $3 million less in spending. Over the last 2 years, each year, there has been $1 million plus less dollars, that's $1 million, in revenue. So if you take in $2 million less, and you cut $3 million out of what your services, there's no way you're going to get the same amount of services that you got a couple of years ago. That's one reason why I supported the levy, because I again said and will say then that I think what Maple Heights residents want is better than what we are providing now. And there's no way, no matter who sits in these chairs up here, is that going to improve if we don't get any new revenue. We've already cut in the service department, I think it's probably a third. That means we got less people to drive snow plows, which means you're not going to get your snow removed as quick. It's plain and simple as that. Looking at this budget, there are some things in there that might be able to be moved around. Don't know, but I know one thing for sure. If we don't try to improve some of the things that we do need, and it's hard to do that and then not provide any recreation, but the numbers it's just not there to do that. But I'm willing to meet as many nights as possible between now and the end of the month to listen to everybody's ideas and suggestions to see what we can do with this budget, if anything at all, in the report.
Councilman Brownlee, District 5.
Thank you. It does seem that trash being left out, put out early or left out late, just put out at the wrong time, has been a challenge. It might be partly due to the snow, some of it, but what my wife and I noticed when all that snow melted, as I'm sure you did, is that there's a heck of a lot of garbage on the ground. And the kids were gone this weekend to my in-laws, and so my wife took a romantic evening out and walked the street with a couple garbage bags and picked up some of the garbage. And it looks a heck of a lot better. So, we took an hour probably to do that. We walked our street, which is Payne Avenue right here, and part of Friend Avenue, and things look a lot better. See, with the snow, it just hides everything. And then when it gets to this time of year, all of a sudden, bam, there it is. There's 3 months of garbage, all in a couple of days, it seems. So I would encourage you, this Saturday's going to be nice, according to the weatherman. If he's right, it'll be nice. So take a couple trash bags out with you, Saturday, maybe before lunch or after, and walk down your street and pick up some garbage. You may at first think it's gross, but or that you're wondering why I'm doing this, but every time that we do it, we enjoy it. We end up enjoying it. So if you can, don't go by yourself. Don't go by yourself. go with someone and have a nice conversation while you're helping make your city look a little better. This week is Sunshine Week. What that means, what it refers to, is shining light on the operations of government at all levels. And the many news outlets, will pick something in particular to investigate or to look into, some kind of emphasis in order to raise awareness. And of course, the Cleveland.com chose to do mayor salaries in the area. I'm not sure why they picked that, but that's what they picked. But there's many organizations doing similar types of things. The goal of Sunshine Week is to raise awareness among the public that you have access to this information, just about any information regarding your government. And so they want to help everyone realize that this is available to you and to help you know how to get it. Working as Maple Heights News, my wife and I have come to understand a lot of the process. And sometimes it can be a little sticky at first, difficult. Often city officials don't realize the requirements. And you have to work to educate people to realize what they're required to do. One thing that every municipality is required to do in Ohio, according to our sunshine laws, is they have to record minutes for every meeting of their governing bodies. So anytime a majority of these members get together, anytime they get together to talk about city business, that's an official meeting and you have to keep official minutes. Now, let me read for you an excerpt from some minutes that were approved tonight. It starts off by saying, Council President called it to order at such and such time, 6 o'clock. Lists everyone who was present. All the individuals from council, that lists all of the officials from the city who are present. That brings me all the way down here. It took 2 paragraphs. Look, there's 1 paragraph remaining for all of this discussion that happened at this meeting. It's summed up in a matter of 1 sentence. All of this discussion at the meeting was summed up in 1 sentence. If I had the agenda, I should have brought it with you. The agenda had just as much, if not more, information on it than these minutes do. Are these minutes of a meeting? No, they're not. According to the sunshine laws, it has to record the deliberation that happened. Enough information, the courts say, has to have enough information that you can look at this and you can say, oh, I see why they made the decision they made. Well, there isn't enough. You're not even close to enough. There was a comment made tonight by one of the other council members that we had a lot of discussion regarding the last time we reduced our salaries. Oh yeah? What was it? What was it? We have no idea, and I bet those meeting minutes won't give you any idea either. There's no way of looking back. Sunshine Week serves an important purpose, raising awareness of how your government runs and how you have access. You have the right to know how it works. So something you might consider trivial like meeting minutes are not really so trivial when you think about it. This is information that we really need to know. The budget, it was said, it was actually, before I get to that, it was asked tonight, do we have a copy of the budget? I have no idea why that's not published on the city website. It's published on my website. You can go find it. PDF. This whole document is there for you to peruse. Right here, this whole document. 25 pages, whatever, something like that. It's right there for you to read. Why? Because I ain't got nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. And more than that, I want you to know exactly what's happening. Some people don't. Some people even mislead. Look at this. A comment was made tonight. Wow, look. We've reduced our expenditures by $3 million from last year. Wow. We did it by just writing it on paper. We did it by writing it on paper. You know, no, it's funny. Let's back up 12 months. Let's back up 12 months. Oh, look. These are the appropriations from the beginning of last year. And, wow, let me look at the last page. She reduced the expenditures by $3 million. Wow, thank you. Thank you, administration, for magically waving a wand and reducing the expenditures.
Point of order?
So was that...
Excuse me, Mr. Brownlee.
In the room, and I don't think it's appropriate to be sarcastic in front of children that are in the room, Madam Chair.
Thank you for interrupting.
Down some of the drama.
So, look at this. We were supposed to spend $18.3 million last year. How much did we spend? Over $21 million last year. So don't get all happy because they say, oh look, we've reduced the expenditures. Oh, look at us. Look at how we did that. We just waved a wand. And look, it's magically less. The past 2 years, the same dog and pony show has happened here in Maple Heights. And then we wonder why we are where we are. It's up to us, said one individual tonight, it's up to us. We've got to put another levy on the ballot. Wow. What a brilliant idea. I haven't tried that one yet. It was said, we will never improve, this city will never improve without more revenue. Okay? Let me say something else. You will never get more revenue until people trust you. Correct. So that's true. This city will not improve without more revenue. That's more than likely true. But that doesn't mean you're going to get it. If people do not trust, they will not give more money. They'll move. So you can demand money all you want, and you might say we need money, but you're not going to get any more money until you prove that you're trustworthy. And dog and pony shows is not the way to do that. So if the past 2 years are any indication of how this year will go, this budget will be passed, and it'll be hailed as a miracle and wonderful work of budgeting. And then it'll be increased in the summer, and then it'll be increased in the fall, and then it'll be increased at the end of the year. These are the troubles that plague Maple Heights. You see, what we need, instead of all this, instead of focusing on 1 year at a time, instead of focusing on how we can keep things the way they've been, we need to decide how we want things to be. And one element of that is treating people with dignity in this community. Treating them as though they care, and making information available to them before they even ask. Sunshine Week is about trust. Those who are trustworthy have nothing to hide and are as forthcoming as anyone will be. Those who know what they're doing and do it well are not afraid of scrutiny. So you won't find meeting agendas, you won't find budgets, you won't find anything on the city website. But if you do want to look at it, which I know some of you do, you can find some on Maple Heights News. They're scanned, made available. You can find some on my website, billbrownlee.org. You can find all of these documents. I do my best to make them available to you. So I know that you want to see them. I know that you're wondering, that you're curious, and you have every right to be so, and I'm glad that you are. So please, go ahead, look for those documents, ask me for them if you can't find them. I'm more than happy to help. If we can be open and honest with one another, we can find solutions with where we're going, where we want to be. I believe that with all of my heart. May God bless you, and may God bless Maple Heights.
Councilman Trojanski, District 6.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you, our Madam President. First things of business, thank you. It's just interesting hearing Mr. Brownlee's comments. You know, we can agree to disagree on this council, but I think the true nature of our work is, at the end of the day, what is our merit? What have we accomplished in the time that we've been on council? What ideas, constructive ideas, have we done to move the city forward? Because I believe that policy matters. And looking at some of the things you've done or not done, Mr. Brownlee, I mean, it's questioning your motives. I mean, saying that you have pulled petitions to run for mayor. I mean, I know that it's better to conquer people by instilling fear in them than bringing them together. Because bringing people together probably would be more of a challenge for you. Policy matters. I mean, I respect your piece of legislation, Mr. Brownlee, but Mr. Brownlee, that's not going to be a constructive solution to moving the city forward. Other things that council has done, for example, the finance director and I have talked about re-examining who we have collect our municipal income taxes. Because, you know, there's millions of dollars are owed to the city that we're not collecting, that go directly to municipal services, to police, to fire, to health and human services, to infrastructure, repairing the streets. That's a constructive issue, addressing that policy. Looking at alternatives. Is RETA going to continue to work for us, or should we look at CCA? We're doing it internally. The piece of legislation that was passed by council last month regarding the commercial and residential properties regarding rentals. I mean, a week after that legislation passed, there was an article in the Cleveland Plain Dealer talking about a $578 million property tax delinquency in the county. It's a countywide problem, but here in Maple Heights, we were the city that passed the second piece of legislation in the county to address that. The first in the southeast part of the county. In Maple Heights, there was approximately 29 registered rental properties. 500 of them are about delinquent, which equates to about $4 million. Now moving forward, when those property owners go to get that occupancy permit, they will have to have their property taxes paid or on a county payment plan. That's a policy. Policy matters. So moving forward, we need to examine what type of policies we're implementing that are going to be constructive solutions to the city's problem, whether it's fiscal or it's delivery of services or whatnot. So how do you go about approaching things, and what issues you're willing to address matters, especially where the city is. We're in fiscal emergency. Now, fiscal watch, fiscal emergency. So this body needs to be working together on addressing policy matters, not attacking salaries or instilling fear into our citizens. We have so many more challenges in this community than instilling fear in others, to conquer and divide them. We have economic development issues. We have housing issues. We have health and human. We have people who need jobs. We have people who need job training, education, health care. What have you done to do since you've been on council? People are the greatest capital in your community. They are the building blocks moving a community forward. And you have not done anything to touch upon those issues. Nothing to date. That makes a large judgment on your merit and where you stand. So moving forward, Mr. Brownlee, I would like to see more constructive policies coming from you. Not just simply degrading the government and insulting the citizens that live here for your personal gain. I expect more out of our leaders. And I would expect that you would have higher standards for yourself. Now moving forward, it's going to be spring in a few days, and I'm going to be delivering my April newsletter in the next few weeks. In years past, I've done a yard contest. It's just a way to incentivize people taking pride in their yards, cleaning up the yards. Or if they haven't done planted flowers, to plant flowers. So in the next newsletter for April, I'll have the announcement for the best yard contest. First place will be $150, second $100, and third place $50. It's just a way to get people to look out for their yards and take a sense of pride or a friendly competition. So I have that going on for 2015. The president of the Maple Heights Boys League, the baseball league that operates in the summertime, contacted me and he wanted me to put an announcement that the Maple Heights Boys League will be having spring registration for youth ages 5 through 16 on Saturday, March 28th at Abraham Lincoln Elementary, starting at noon. If you have any questions, to contact him at 216-372-9244. And with that, I conclude my report.
Thank you, Richard. Councilwoman AG, District 7.
Good evening. District 7 Block Watch meeting will be held this Thursday, March the 19th, at the Maple Heights Library at 6:30. Please plan to attend. The property manager at Southgate and myself has been working together to come up with some things for the youth to do in District 7. There will be 3 intern positions available starting in June. We haven't worked out the exact date as of now, but the positions will run from June to August. The pay is minimum wage and the positions are 20 hours a week. The position will consist of an individual rotating from the office to the outside. The individual will have an opportunity to learn and enjoy every aspect there is to a shopping development. The individual will walk around the property with the property manager when she does her inspections. But he or she will not be able to touch anything. He or she will simply shadow the property manager on her inspections. The individual will learn a lot about marketing as well as learning the entire process of when a new business comes to Southgate and what the process is for opening a business. If your child is interested or you know of any child that's interested in District 7, please contact myself at 216-323-8829. Please keep in mind there are only 3 positions available and will be on a first come, first served basis. Also, the position is only available for individuals over the age of 16. He or she will have to fill out an application as well as proof of age. End of report.
Thank you.